This is episode 100.
How many tours have you done with Nitro Circus?
Going on like 6 years now.
Really?
So a lot. I've done basically every single tour they've ever done.
Wow. Without injury?
Oh, I tore my Achilles one time, missed a couple, but I end up half the time I get to stay on tour because I still do photography and filming and drone work for the Nitro Circus TV show. So every time I'm injured, I kind of end up hanging around injured and still working, which is good.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, no, it's good fun. That's the reason I got into photography, was pretty much being injured.
It's time to land the Barracuda! Yeah! Everybody do a wow! Do what, baby? Come on and do the Barracuda!
G'day, viewers. On today's podcast, Matty McFerran, or Matthew McFerran, from Nitro Circus Live. A lad who's toured the world for the last 6 years, doing great tricks, and but not only that, he's been doing it for 12 years, doing stuff that you could never do, let's face it. Great guy, a real sweetheart character, actually. Oh, but before that, this podcast was brought to you by Koala Karma, the chill-out drink. Just sit back, relax. Can't get my words together. Just sit back, relax, and that's my dirt bike noise that a mate taught me a long time ago, but it used to be or my cousin would go anyway. I love this one. Good on you, Matty Mac, for coming in. He's got a great studio too, Gold Coast studio. He's got a good vision, this kid. So tune in. Thank you. Ow. Are you there, Matty Mac? Matthew. And look who rolled in. Matthew McFerran. Put it there, mate.
Here we go. Good to see you.
Yeah, I made you come in 2 hours early, so I'm stoked you came back.
That's all right. I got time for a ride, so that was perfect.
You do, eh? Now, you hobbled in on a bike, you know, but because you've got a broken foot right now, right?
Yeah, it turns out my right foot, I can't really drive, but I can still ride a bike, so I'm just riding a bike, easy.
Yeah. What side is it though? Can you change?
Right side. No, it's just rear brake, so I just use front brake. It's
Okay.
fine. Don't even. Yeah, it doesn't even faze me. Put my crutches on. It's better than sitting on the couch. So.
Does it hurt, man?
Oh,
I saw the
not too bad.
I saw the photos on. What was that?
It's my crutches
was it?
falling over.
I saw the photos online, and that's a pretty decent break in a weird spot, eh?
Yeah, it's kind of. Yeah, it was definitely the worst injury I've done. It's my whole foot basically just shattered. It come to a dead stop so still that the rest of my foot ran into it and just crushed it into powder. Wow. So they just kind of rebuilt it and spaced it out. It's basically just got scaffold in it now, kind of thing. It's not strong to use. It's actually just to hold it together, right. Space it out till it's better again. Wow.
And do they? Have you had many accidents? Oh, by the way, hey. We're just talking off before we press record. You know, a lot of people in the Nitro Circus Live world know you as Matty McFerran, right? Yeah, Matty Mac.
Matty Mac, yeah, Matty Mac.
You know, and
Instagram out there.
Exactly, and I know you for building a really great, successful the Gold Coast studio, like a photography studio here in Burleigh. You know, I keep seeing these...
literally two streets away from here, nearly.
Yeah,
it's close, neighbours.
So, which is half the reason why. I wanted to talk to you. It was like, yeah, he's a cool, well-rounded dude, doing some amazing things, right? So, but going back to your injury,
yeah,
like I said here, I've actually ambulance chased you. Sadly, I almost ambulance chased you because you were off tour again only a few months ago. Did you break a shoulder or something?
Oh no, that was a tour before that one. Last tour I broke my left ankle. And yeah, I played it and pinned and that, and then this time I did my other ankle on my other side. So, yeah.
Is this a worse one?
Yeah, I've had 12 years of good luck, so I don't care. I can handle a year of bad luck.
Cool. Oh, good. Yeah, but I know my the dirt bike. Do you know Shannon Wheel, Mudgy?
Yeah. I'm actually toured him my very ever first motorbike tour was over in Thailand with him, actually.
Were you there?
Yeah.
Wow. No,
Yeah,
well, we were
that
working
was-
together then.
No
Okay, I
way.
remember
That was a big learning curve. I was like 17-year-old.
Oh, no.
Straight out of fucking high school, and Jesus. Yeah, I
he
grew
and,
up
Harry, right?
quick.
What's Harry's name?
Harry Bink?
No.
Lee Harriman.
Lee Harriman,
Yeah.
Just wild tattooed lads. This was before people had tattoos,
Oh,
right?
those guys
Remember?
were loose.
You
That
know
was
what I'm
old. That was in the old school FMX days. Those guys were.
saying? Yeah. Hilarious. Good
Yeah.
blokes, but I could imagine spending, 5 weeks or something in Thailand? The
Oh.
Red Bull.
Yeah, it was a what was it? A Red Bull Thailand tour thing. It was like, it was like 3 months. It was a long time.
right.
A long.
Too long, right?
At the time, it kind of, I didn't really get it, so I didn't really understand. I was just happy to be out of home, really.
Yeah.
That's my first trip away.
Yeah, that would have taught you a lot of...
Yeah, I definitely grew up a lot that trip.
Yeah, no doubt. Oh, mate, I want to ask you everything, but I don't think we can because some people are married now. But you know what I'm saying.
No, man.
But
Oh, yeah.
but yeah, right. So 12 years of what I was saying is that I remember that was Shannon's Mudgie's return to riding because he before then he busted his wrist really bad.
Yeah.
He cased out, I think you call it, on a landing a jump in
Yeah.
practice for the Brisbane Crusty Demons tour back in the day.
Oh, shit.
He was real, like we were working together. We were painting swimming pools, like so.
No way.
He was this, this colourful mate I knew who was doing this great stuff, and finally, the Crusties were coming back, and he did this thing. He busted his wrist really bad, but I could feel because I knew him day to day that it messed with his mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he couldn't just get straight back on the bike, and he did get back on the bike in Thailand.
Yeah, and he did pretty much 3 months straight. I think he rode perfect at all that I knew. I didn't even know about the injury kind of thing. I was just,
Right.
I'd never even heard of the guy, to be honest. And I was just doing my own thing and keeping to myself. And then I got asked to go over and meeting all these guys that, it was
You
awesome.
did that with him. Wow.
Yeah, it was so funny. That was I was 17. I was a little tacker then.
But so what I mean, and I don't want to put anything in your mind, but
I'm old.
I've only busted a few bones
Yeah.
personally, and when you're doing, how high do you jump in these things now?
Oh, God knows that. 30 foot or something like that, maybe.
Right, and you the distance in the jump.
Yeah, it's a standard, 75 foot we jump, and then, yeah.
All right, man. You know what I mean? It's for the normal person that doesn't do that sort of stuff. You're so high up, and it looks like a dance. Everyone just floats up and lands almost perfectly all the time. Now, but if you've busted both your feet,
Yeah, totally. I used to be able to crash all the time when I was a kid, and I used to always bounce back, but not bouncing anymore. I'm just breaking. It sucks.
how'd that last accident? I saw it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Was it anyone's sort of misjudgment?
That
or?
was 100% my fault, that one.
Really?
Massive. I have no idea
It
what
looked like the other bloke was hanging back in
Yeah,
distance.
No,
no?
that was it. He was doing
Who is he?
Very good mate too, Josh. And I've been 6 years of riding together. I've never followed him in a whip train before, which is obviously doing a whip. And you come in, I just didn't allow for how much slower he goes into the ramp, and it just caught me off guard. We changed the show order last second, literally as we were about to do it, and I was like, whatever. And I just I just caught him too much on the run up, and there was nothing I could do. I still had to jump the ramp because it was too late, and then thought I missed him, and then he just tapped me hardly nothing, literally if you could blow him, there would nearly be that. That's how much I touched him, barely. And he just he crashed and I crashed, and that was the worst thing. I kind of got a bit knocked unconscious, and when I opened my eyes, I see my mate on the ground, and that was the worst feeling in the world. I didn't care about myself. I just seeing him was hard.
Yeah.
I didn't know you hurt someone else. The worst feeling in the world.
Wow. And how is he now?
Yeah, he broke his collarbone, so
Right.
we both got ambulanced to the Oslo hospital in Norway together in the same ambulance, and I couldn't stop apologising, and he wanted to punch me in the head more for the fact I was apologising than the fact I broke his collarbone, and sent him home 3 weeks early. But
And what part of Australia is he in then?
he lives over in Perth,
Okay.
and so he lost a lot of money, and I lost a lot of money. But
Ah.
if it was anyone I could have crashed into, Josh he's the most positive and accepting guy. He understood that it's just a fuck up, and shit just happens. And
Yeah, great. And to us, man, if it's any consolation, I was watching it, going, oh no, I heard you'd been injured, right? So I'm looking, I'm going, how many dudes are doing whips? I cannot believe
Why
this
them-
train, right? That's what you
Yeah.
call it, eh? Like
Yeah.
just like I can't believe that you guys are even doing that. So I'm sure every punter out there is going, "Oh man, that was going to happen." Like,
Yeah, and then you're like, why the hell is that guy so close to everyone? But yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, like, when you're obviously in motocross boots, was your foot all torn up? Or was it just this horrible pain? Like,
Oh yeah, it was more my knee hurt the most, and my foot it felt like it exploded. And to be honest, I was more worried about Josh because he was still when I come to, he was still unconscious and not moving, and that was the worst thing. So I was just like, I was more worried about him. I didn't care, and then
he had a nasty angle too. You would have seen have you seen the footage?
kind of it happened so quick. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Far out. Oh well,
Yeah, well, it does happen.
everyone.
It shit happens, but when you hurt your mate, there's nothing worse. So.
What's a hospital in Oslo like?
Shit, actually, because I got x-rayed and they said my foot was fine, and the guy nearly half pressured me to walk out of there.
Wow.
And I'm like, no, mate, I know my body and there's something seriously wrong. And he's like, no, x-rays are fine. You need to walk on it. And no, I was like, get me some crutches, and I had to crutch out of there. And then I went home, and it's like, yeah, massive. I've had like 3 surgeries on my foot now. So
Wow. Did he say it with a good accent? Like, no.
yeah, he was convincing. He nearly sold me, but I knew I was stuffed.
So Norway,
Yeah,
big crowd. Like that's isn't that Iceland? Come on, man. I've never been to Europe. There is a.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Fill
It's,
me in.
Where is it? What the?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, it's all that kind of what do they call that kind of area? Nordic area.
Yeah,
So it's all like, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so Norway. Yeah, no, it's awesome. Beautiful girls. Lovely place. Like I would love to go back there in summer. It's like a bit cold in winter, but it was good.
Right. So how many tours have you done with Nitro Circus?
Going on like 6 years now.
Really?
So a lot.
Good for you, man.
Crazy. I've done basically every single tour they've ever done.
Wow. Without injury.
Oh, I've had I tore my Achilles one time, missed a couple, but I end up half the time I get to stay on tour because I still do photography and filming and drone work for the Nitro Circus TV show. So every time I'm injured, I kind of end up hanging around injured and still working, which is good.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, no, it's good fun. That's the reason I got into photography, was pretty much being injured.
Wow.
Still kind of, it's the second closest thing to actually doing it, I guess, is actually like photographing it or filming it. Or I find it's like, yeah, if I can't do it, I don't want to be there unless I'm kind of doing something constructive.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I'd rather definitely go home otherwise.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I don't want to talk about me, but I used to race sprint cars for a long time, and then I found myself commentating at the sprint cars, but I hated it, man.
Yeah.
I was like, if you're not doing it, or maybe because you've been in that, you get that adrenaline and everything about it, that rush. That's what you're there for. So if you get anything watching, you're like, oh man, I hate it. Actually, I hate it.
That's definitely it.
That's a cool thing for you to fall into. Then, did you obviously had an interest in photography, or did you have a camera beforehand? Did you go?
Yeah,
or you found yourself just helping out?
Yeah, I don't even know. My parents my mum kind of only ever helped me out with racing if I had something to fall back on, and she was like, only if you got to keep doing this, you got to study hard, you got to do this, otherwise we're not going to pay for you to go to races back in the day. So I always kind of just had a plan B, I guess, and slowly now plan B is starting to become plan A.
Yeah, right. You're lucky though, hey?
Yeah, it's all right. It's hard. It's a hard thing to adapt to, like having so much fun and making good money and getting to ride your bike around the world, and then suddenly, working, I guess. But it's reality.
Yeah. But mate, you're on Instagram. I've seen the Gold Coast studio. The Gold Coast studio, yeah?
Yeah, Gold Coast studio, yeah.
You've had Candyman in there, Mick Fanning. You've had massive, to me,
yeah.
I first heard of it through Max Duff.
Oh, yep.
You know, Death Collective. Who you
works upstairs, yeah.
Works upstairs, right?
Buddy of mine.
So I remember he telling me the story, of how you created the studio and he moved into your studio and
we've kind of built it together basically.
Yeah, and that was only 6 months ago, sort of thing. And now it's just everything about it, the name Gold Coast Studio, just everything about it. You've obviously got an eye for for it
Yeah,
because
I
it
just-
looks so professional and it's already filled with talent.
Just honestly, I've just kind of built it how I wanted it, and I've to this